Respected viewer, I want you to listen carefully tonight because what I'm about to share could quietly decide the future of your heart and your life. Every night, millions of people make a single mistake before bed. It feels harmless, ordinary, even comforting. Yet inside the silence of the night, this small choice becomes a slow poison, weakening the very organ that keeps you alive. I've seen patients who did everything right during the day. They ate clean, exercised, smiled, lived. But when darkness came, they unknowingly opened the door to something that damaged them from within. Sleep is supposed to be your body's time of healing, your heart's sacred hours of recovery. When the world quiets down, your heart finally gets to rest, to lower its rhythm, to repair what the day has broken. But this one habit steals that chance. It forces your heart to keep fighting when it should be resting. And over time, that constant midnight battle leads to exhaustion that no amount of morning coffee can hide. The body becomes restless, the pulse turns uneven, and the mind, once calm, starts trembling in anxiety and fatigue. Most people think heart damage comes only from diet or stress, but I'm telling you, sometimes the danger begins in the stillness of the night. Sometimes it's not what you eat or drink, it's what you allow to happen while you sleep. And the saddest part is that this mistake hides behind comfort. It comes in the form of a glow, a sound, a distraction that promises rest but steals it piece by piece. I've seen it in the eyes of my patients, the confusion, the guilt, the disbelief. They ask, "Doctor, how could something so small hurt me this much?" And I tell them, because the body listens to everything you do, even in silence. The heart, that faithful organ, beats in rhythm with your choices. It remembers your nights. It remembers your habits. And when those habits keep it awake, keep it working when it needs to rest, the damage begins, softly, invisibly. I remember one woman in her 60s, gentle and kind, who came to me with sudden shortness of breath and chest tightness. She never smoked, never drank, ate the right foods, yet her heart was failing to recover at night. We ran every test, found no major blockage, no disease. Then I asked her about her nights, and she confessed something that changed everything. It wasn't her diet, it wasn't her age, it was something she did every single evening that turned her peaceful sleep into hidden stress. That's when I realized, this mistake isn't rare, it's everywhere. It's in your home, your bedroom, your habits, your bedtime rituals. It's become so normal that we no longer see it as a threat. But science and experience both whisper the same warning. When the night loses its purity, the heart loses its strength. And I want to take you deeper into this truth. Because once you understand what really happens inside your body at night, you'll never see sleep the same way again. When you finally lie down at night, you think the body is resting, but the truth is, it's preparing for one of the most delicate balancing acts of your entire life. As your breathing slows, your heartbeat should soften, your blood pressure should fall like a calm tide. This is the heart's sacred recovery cycle. It's when it repairs, resets, and recharges its rhythm for the coming day. But when this cycle is disturbed, even by something small, the body enters silent chaos. What if I told you that the most dangerous noise in your bedroom isn't loud but constant? That the most harmful light isn't bright but blue? The simple act of keeping your phone near your head, the TV humming softly in the background, or that late-night scroll through glowing screens. These moments seem innocent. Yet each one sends a surge of wakefulness through your brain. Your nervous system reacts as if daylight has returned, and your heart, that loyal soldier, obeys. It stays alert when it should rest, beating harder, pumping faster, trapped in a rhythm it cannot escape. I've watched this invisible damage unfold in real lives. People wake up feeling tired, though they slept for hours. Their blood pressure climbs without reason. Their chest feels heavy, their breath shallow. The heart never truly enters peace, because the signals of night have been replaced by the signals of fear, stimulation, and light. This is the mistake, robbing your heart of true darkness. True rest. We've replaced silence with stimulation, calm with chaos, sleep with distraction, and the heart cannot heal in distraction. One man I treated told me he couldn't sleep without the TV playing, the silence made him uneasy. But his heart told a different story. His nighttime readings showed spikes of stress hormones, bursts of irregular rhythm, moments of quiet panic hidden beneath the surface. When he finally turned everything off and embraced the quiet, his heart changed. Within weeks, his blood pressure softened, his sleep deepened. For the first time in years, his mornings didn't begin with fatigue but with calm. That's how deeply the night shapes us. The body is designed to trust the darkness, to heal under its stillness. But the modern world has stolen that natural rhythm. And while we chase more hours awake, our hearts whisper for help. They crave peace, not noise. They crave stillness, not stimulation. You might think, it's just my phone, or it's only a show to help me fall asleep, but your body doesn't hear logic, it only hears signals. Light means day. Sound means alert. The glow from your screen tells your heart, stay awake, danger might come, and so it stays ready, pumping, defending, fighting a battle that never ends. This is how the damage begins, quietly, invisibly, one night at a time. And soon what began as a simple habit becomes a pattern your heart cannot unlearn. But there is hope, because just as you taught your body to live in constant alert, you can also teach it to heal again, to remember what peace feels like. And that, my friend, is where the turning point begins, the moment you decide to reclaim your nights before they claim your heart. There's something sacred about the way your heart responds to rest. When the lights fade and silence returns, your heartbeat slows, like waves retreating to the shore after a long storm. But if your nights are filled with noise, light, and worry, your heart never finds that rhythm. It stays restless, whispering through skipped beats, tightness in the chest, sudden jolts awake. Many call it anxiety. I call it a cry for recovery. I've seen this again and again in people who live with constant stimulation. The body forgets how to rest. The heart forgets the music of calm. They go to bed tired but wired, lying still, yet unable to surrender. And even when they finally fall asleep, it's not the healing kind. It's shallow, broken, scattered between alarms, messages, and flashes of light. The next morning, they wake up like a machine rebooting after a crash, slow, confused, drained of life. The truth is, your heart is not a machine. It's a living rhythm that needs harmony. Every night, it begs you to give it quiet. It wants darkness because darkness means safety, recovery, renewal. In ancient times, when the sun went down, our ancestors had no choice but to rest. The stars were their only light, the silence their medicine. Their hearts knew when to rest and when to rise. But now, the night no longer means rest. The night has become another battlefield, full of notifications, screens, and thoughts that never stop. When your body misses deep sleep, your heart pays the price. Without true rest, blood pressure stays high, inflammation creeps in, the arteries stiffen, the nervous system remains in overdrive. Your heart tries to recover, but every small sound, every vibration, every glow keeps pulling it back into fight mode. And so, the healing that should happen at night never begins. I remember a young man, only in his 30s, who came to me terrified after waking up one night with his heart pounding as if he'd run a marathon. He thought it was a heart attack. But what I found was a heart that hadn't been allowed to rest in years. His nights were filled with blue light and restless thoughts. I told him, "You're not dying, you're exhausted." We built a plan to reclaim his nights. No screens an hour before bed, no lights except soft, warm ones, and a ritual of stillness. Breathing, gratitude, silence. Within weeks, his symptoms faded. His heart had remembered peace. That's the miracle of this truth. Your body wants to heal. It never forgets how. You just have to give it permission. The same way you protect your heart from bad food or stress, you must protect it from the chaos of the night. Because healing is not found in pills or machines alone. It's found in stillness. And when you finally give your heart that gift, when you return to quiet nights, when you let the darkness hold you instead of your phone, something changes. The rhythm steadies, the breath deepens, the body whispers, "Thank you." That's when the true recovery begins, the kind that no doctor, no medicine can give you, only you can. And yet there's one more truth, the most important one. Because the heart isn't just a muscle, it's memory. It remembers how you live, how you love, how you rest. And that memory can either break you or save you. There's a moment just before you drift into sleep when your body and mind make a silent agreement, a promise to heal. But if that moment is disturbed, if the night is filled with artificial light and restless thoughts, that promise is broken. The heart feels it first. It beats harder in the dark, trying to protect you from a danger that doesn't exist, a danger born only from habit. That's why you wake up tense, even when nothing's wrong. Because to the heart, there was something wrong. It never got to rest. What we forget is that the heart listens to everything: the light of your screen, the tone of your thoughts, the rhythm of your breath. You can fool your mind into believing you're calm, but the heart knows the truth. It feels the difference between real peace and forced stillness. Every restless night, every late scroll, every small vibration keeps your heart waiting for calm that never comes. And the longer you keep it waiting, the more it learns to live in survival instead of serenity. But healing begins the moment you decide to change, not through guilt, not through fear, but through understanding. The night is not your enemy, it's your medicine. When you start treating it as sacred, your heart begins to heal. Turn off the glow, silence the world, let the quiet embrace you. With each night of true rest, your heart rebuilds what stress once stole. The blood flows smoother, the rhythm evens out. The fog in your mind clears, you begin to feel lighter, calmer, more alive, not because of what you did, but because of what you finally stopped doing. I've watched patients reverse years of exhaustion simply by protecting their nights. No miracle drugs, no expensive therapies, just deep, intentional rest. One woman told me she began lighting a candle instead of her phone screen, breathing slowly, whispering gratitude before bed. In her next checkup, her heart rate had fallen to a calm rhythm she hadn't felt in years. She smiled through tears and said, "Doctor, I didn't change my life. I just stopped fighting the night." That's all the body asks for: surrender. Because when you let go, the heart remembers how to heal itself. It remembers the sound of silence, the softness of breath, the rhythm of life as it was meant to be. And once it remembers, everything changes. Your mornings become lighter, your mind clearer, your emotions steadier. You begin to trust your body again. You begin to feel life again. So tonight, when the world grows quiet and the glow of your screen calls to you, pause. Ask yourself, what is this light giving me and what is it taking away? Listen closely. You might hear your heart answer. It will whisper the truth. It wants peace, not distraction. It wants stillness, not stimulation. Because every night, your heart waits for you to return, to turn off the noise, to come home to silence. And when you do, when you finally honor that sacred rest, you'll realize something profound. Your heart was never breaking down. It was only asking you to listen. My dear friend, if there's one thing I want you to remember tonight, it's this. Your heart has been fighting for you every second of your life. Through every fear, every stress, every restless night, it has kept beating, faithfully, tirelessly, waiting for the moment you finally let it rest. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to chase health through endless routines. Sometimes healing begins in the quiet decision to stop and to listen. When the lights go out and the world fades away, that's when your heart speaks the loudest. It doesn't need your phone. It doesn't need your worries. It only needs your stillness. Because in the silence of night, healing is not something that happens to you. It happens through you. Every deep breath, every peaceful hour of sleep is a small act of love for your heart. We spend our lives searching for answers, for pills, for plans, for promises of better health. But the truth is simple and ancient. The body heals in peace. And peace only comes when the night is allowed to be what it was meant to be. A sacred pause between all the noise of living. Protect it, honor it, because your nights shape your days and your heart remembers every one of them. So tonight, before you close your eyes, put away the glow that deceives you. Turn off the world for a while. Let the darkness wrap around you like a soft promise. Feel your heartbeat slowing, your breath deepening. That sound, that steady rhythm inside your chest is your reminder that life is still here, waiting for your care. Sleep deeply, not just for rest, but for renewal. Because every heartbeat you save tonight will give you another sunrise to see tomorrow. And when that morning comes, I want you to open your eyes and whisper to yourself, my heart is healing. My heart is safe. And it will be. Because now you know the truth, the night isn't just the end of the day, it's the beginning of your recovery. This is Health Decoded. Take care of your nights, and your heart will take care of you.